city.
Well, I mean, it feels great. I mean, that's the sort of, you know, that's why we came back really. We played, I think, beginning of May or last we played here, and we had a great time. And, you know, we really wanted to come back as soon as possible. And, you know, Guadalajara as well. We'd never been there before, and yeah, it's brilliant.
You were here also like a couple of years ago too.
Yeah, this is our third time. We played Manifest.
In this time of the year also, right? Because you were wearing the flowers.
Yeah, there was all the flowers on the stage. Yeah, I remember. And we went to the temple, the pyramids.
Oh, that's cool. You also went to Texas, and I read that you said it were one of your favorite shows.
Yeah, Houston was great because we weren't really, because it was the venue was in the middle of nowhere in terms of, you know, the city.
Do you remember the name of it?
It was called, it began with W.
Waters on Washington.
Waters on Washington.
Oh yeah, oh that's a very small place.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a house, right?
Oh, it's crazy.
It did look like a house actually, yeah. But it was we just didn't think anyone would turn up, and it was full, and it was brilliant.
It was one of the last shows in that venue as well, which is a real shame. They're going to turn it into a kind of trendy wine bar. I think it's been there for about 30 years or something, and we were one of the last gigs. And when we arrived, there was no lighting. The stage was there. It was kind of bare walls, and we thought, oh, this is going to be a bit weird. But by the time we were on stage, it was absolutely mental.
Because the audience is pretty close in that venue, because it's just like very small.
We really like to play those intimate shows, so it's nice to get a chance to do them, because you know sometimes the stage is so far away. So when you end up in that situation, there's like sweat dripping off the ceiling, and you're right on top of the audience. It's always really good fun.
That's very good. You've also been playing the record for a while now.
Yeah.
What do you see the audience's response?
It's nice to see it kind of grow or progress as people have got to hear the record. I think actually playing in Mexico City earlier this year, we'd been touring with the Kills in America before we came down, and it was the first time playing the new record. We hadn't played it in the UK at all. We came straight over here, and it was released in England when we were in the States. So it's very new for the audience, and people did respond really well, but it wasn't like they were really familiar with it. But funny enough, when we came to Mexico City, which was only a few weeks later, people were singing the words and they knew the songs, and so that was a really great thing to walk on stage. And we started with Mirror's Image and to hear people singing along. So that was the first, you know, of the audience really responding to the new record. So it's quite a special moment, I suppose.
That's very cool. You also were nominated for the Mercury Prize, and we know what happened. How do you feel about being nominated and the winner? Throughout history, folk is exciting guitar music, so for us it would have been exciting to celebrate that. And so we just found it a really boring option. You know, there was loads of people it could have been, and we'd have thought, yeah, well done, that was good, and you deserve that. But we kind of thought, you know, it's a bit of an easy option. It was a bit boring. Yeah, kind of was the only one who was like, man. And
I didn't really. I mean, I didn't really personally feel that it was, you know, judged on the album content. In her case, I think that. You know,
what do you think it was?
Well, I mean, I think that had she been male, she wouldn't have won for sure.
True.
But we weren't too bothered about it, to be honest. You know, it was great for us to be there because essentially we're a punk band, you know. So to be in that room surrounded by all the record guys in all their suits, and everything's this big thing, and a lot of the artists are kind of top 10 kind of chart acts, and for us, you know, it's exciting for us to be there. We're a lot wilder than the rest of them, so it was great. It was nice to be recognised for the album. But really for us it's more important to play to people who come and listen to us and came to see us the first time. So, you know, that's what's important, to play to people.
Even when the record came out, a lot of people say right away it was one of the best albums of the year already, like the first time they listened to it. So,
yeah.
Did it came as a surprise?
No, we thought
everybody was like, this is great.
We thought it was as well.
I mean, we spent quite a while on it, and we worked really hard, and we were... we may have been sort of sick to death of it to a point, you know, in the studio, but I mean, we were actually really happy that we, you know, finished it and got it to the point where, you know, it was totally complete.
We're not the kind of guys that would, you know, do an interview early in our career and say, oh yeah, we made the best record of the year and all that stuff. But with Primary Colours, we felt that it was a special record because we had such an amazing time doing it. So, you know, we kind of felt as a band that it was a really important record.
¿Cómo vamos a ver? Graba. Esperen, es que tenemos una pulsera, ¿Quién llegó más temprano?
Yo llegué 6:30.
A ver, les tengo una pregunta para ver si se la ganan. Una pregunta para ver si se la ganan. Escuchen todos. Obviamente saben del nuevo disco, ¿verdad? ¿Quién era el que iba a ser el productor del disco?
Levanta la mano.
Chris Cunningham.
¿Manda? Es el director, Ay, por favor.
Ya vámonos, por favor. ¿Cómo te sientes,
No manches, no te amo, te adoro.
Ya, por favor.
¿Cómo?
¿No? Por esto deberían checar.
I love you.